Hello everyone, welcome to Nobel Forensics. I am SOWMYAGAJULA. Here I am sharing my UGCNET Forensic Science2020 question paper along with the answers and few explanations. I already shared first 50 questions in part 1 and part 2. Here I am sharing from 51. 51 question. The famous computer program which provides cryptographic privacy and authentication for data communication based on public key encryption algorithm is. It is PGP. PGP means pretty good privacy. It is usually an encryption program. It is used for signing, encrypting and decrypting text, emails, files, and also PGP, pretty good privacy, is also used for increase the security of email communications. So here option 1 is correct. Then coming to the 52 question. The use of intension to develop latent finger marks involves its reaction with which one of the following components of sweat residues? Here it is amino acid. We usually use ninhydrin for developing latent finger marks based on the amino acid residue of sweat. But intension also used for developing latent finger marks based on the amino acid residue of sweat. So here option 2 is correct. Then coming to the 53, given below two statements, one is labeled as assertion and other is labeled as reason. Are assertion, the spliced mRNA form is produced which is used for protein synthesis. Yes, it is correct. Then because in splicing the introns are removed and the exons are joined. So it is also correct. Both assertion and reasons are correct and R is the correct explanation of A. So here option 1 is correct. Then coming to the 54, match list 1 with list 2. First we go for list 2, legibility, embellishment, abbreviation and minuscules. Then coming to the list 1, omission of parts of letters or even whole letter in a signature. It is abbreviation. Then the case with which a reader recognizes individual letter and character shape. It is legibility. Then the smaller lowercase forms of letters of Roman script. The small or lowercase forms are minuscules. Then extended strokes that are easily made and are the natural outgrowths of speed, freedom or individual caprice. It is embellishment. So here this is the correct. Option 3 is the correct for this question. Next coming to the 55, in which one of the following phases of hair growth the roots shrink into bulb-like shape? There is 3 stages in the hair growth cycle. They are anagen, catagen and telogen. 3 stages. And coming to the shape of the root, in anagen it is common balloon shape only. In catagen it shrinks to bulb-like shape. And coming to the telogen it shrinks to club-like shape. So here they asked about bulb-like shape. So here catagen phase is the correct answer. Option 2 is correct. Then coming to the 56, which of the following drugs are used in narco-analysis? The basic drugs used for the truth drug analysis or narco-analysis are sodium amytal, sodium pentothal and scopolamine hydrobromide. These 3 are the basic drugs used for the narco-analysis. A, B and C are correct. So option 2 is correct for this question. Option 2 is correct. Next coming to the 57, Professor Simon Newcomb has given the. And before going to the answer, first you should know who is Professor Simon Newcomb. He is related to the handwriting examination, and you know that there is variety of forms of handwriting. So that the handwriting examiners or document examiners, they use mathematical calculations for handwriting analysis. And one scientist, Professor Simon Newcomb, he gave a theory related to the handwriting examination. This is somewhat related to law of probability, and that rule is, Professor Simon Newcomb rule is, the probability of concurrence of all events is equal to the continued product of probability of the each event. I am again reading. The probability of concurrence of all events is equal to the continued product of probability of the each event. This is the Professor Simon Newcomb theory or law. It is law of probability. And this is also a previous question in fact 2018. Option 4 is correct for this question. Coming to the 58, the correct sequence of taking voice exemplar or voice samples from the suspect is. Actually, they are already in the correct order only, A, B, C, D. I am again reading it. Engaged the suspect in extemporaneous speech, asked the suspect to read or repeat some of the material on the evidence tape, then asked suspect to read sections from a newspaper or magazine, because they will get original voice of the suspect. There is no manipulations while reading any newspaper article or magazine. Then repeating the old task again 3 to 4 times. Then this is the correct order. A, B, C, D is the correct order. So option 1 is the correct. Then coming to the 59, which of the following are true for lattice crust method for blood identification? Lattice crust method, it was invented and proposed by Leone Lattice for especially for grouping dried blood, because it is not same like wet blood, so it is somewhat problematic to group the blood. So lattice crust, he gave a easy method. Lattice crust, it is depend on the antibodies within the stain, and also this test is more successful on blood crust, and also the test is more successful on stains in which blood has permeated the substratum. So A, C, D are correct. Option 4 is correct. Then eating the flesh of corpse for sexual gratification is called, corpse means dead body. Here eating the dead body flesh for sexual gratification is necrophagia, and you already know that necrophilia is having sexual intercourse with the dead body, and masochism is sexual sadism. Then transvestism is simply wearing clothes of opposite sex for sexual gratification, and these 4 are sexual perversions, and the here answer is necrophagia. Necrophagia is the eating flesh of the dead body for sexual gratification. Then coming to the 61, value of remaining recoil velocity due to muzzle blast can be calculated by subtracting which of the following from total recoil velocity. Here again you observe they mentioned that to get the velocity due to muzzle blast, what should be subtracted from the total recoil velocity? Total recoil velocity, it includes velocity of muzzle blast, velocity of projectiles, velocity of gases. So they are asking just about muzzle blast. So to get that muzzle blast velocity, we need to subtract the velocities due to projectiles and also velocities due to the gases. Then we get just muzzle blast velocity. B and C are only. So option 2 is correct. Then coming to the 62, in which year was automated fingerprint identification system AFIS developed? It is in 1984. So option 2 is correct. Then an explosion during a fire due to the mixing of a fresh air in a compartment having inflammable volatile pyrolysis products and low oxygen. It is known as flashback. Option 1 is correct. Then a gap within a stroke when the writing instrument leaves the paper is called a hiatus, and hiatus is the gap within a single stroke. So option 3 is correct. A fired cartridge case can be linked to the suspect firearm on the basis of, again see there, fired cartridge case. So coming to the options, firing pin marks, yes, it will be observed on cartridge case only. Then rifling marks are not observed on cartridge case, they are observed on fired bullets. Then breech face marks, yes, these also observed on cartridge case only. Then direction of twist of rifling is observed on fired bullet. So here A and C are only correct. So yes, option 4 is correct. Then coming to the next question, which of the following deals with the study of forensic palynology? It's about mainly about pollen grain and also about spores. This is the there is 2 questions related to the palynology in single question paper only. Here B and C are correct. So option 2 is correct. Then coming to the next question, arrange the following military explosives in decreasing order of their performance. Decreasing order, and they mentioned this HMX, PETN, RDX and TNT, 4 are military explosives only. That high performed one is HMX, then RDX, next PETN and TNT. So here A, C, B, D. Option 2 is correct. Coming to the abbreviations of these military explosives, HMX is cyclotetramethylene tetranitramine, and RDX is cyclotrimethylene trinitramine, and PETN is pentaerythritol tetranitrate, and TNT is 2,4,6 trinitrotoluene, 2,4,6 trinitrotoluene, and correct answer is 2. And these abbreviations are of course previous questions only from UGCNET. Then 68, the principle of radioimmunoassay is based on the interaction of, here option 1 is correct. The option 1, unlabeled antigen with a fixed amount of corresponding labeled antigen and antibody. Option 1 is correct, and there is 2 questions related to the radioimmunoassay in this paper only. Coming to the 69, given below are 2 statements, assertion and reason. Assertion, chronic poisoning by cannabis sativa may lead to run amok. Yes, cannabis sativa active principle is delta 9 THC, delta 9 tetrahydrocannabinol. It leads to run amok. Run amok is a psychiatric condition in which a person runs deliriously in a killing spree. Both are correct. Both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. So option 1 is correct. And 70, which of the following are advantages of solid phase extraction over liquid extraction? And small sample size and high extraction efficiency. These 2 are advantages of solid phase extraction over liquid extraction. A and D only correct. So here option 3 is correct. Then coming to the 71, which one of the following body hair types are triangular in cross section? Coming to the options, eyebrow hair are flat cross section, beard hair and mustache hair are gives triangular cross section, then pubic hair is kidney shaped cross section, and axillary hair also similar to the kidney shape or oval, kidney to oval shape cross section. So here correct answer is beard hair. It is option 2 is correct. And 72, which of the following are the antidotes in case of methanol poisoning? Usually in case of methanol, the main antidote is ethanol only. Ethanol is the main antidote for methanol. Then, but they asked combination. They asked in combination. So this 4-methyl pyrrolidol also antidote for methanol. So ethanol and 4-methyl pyrrolidol. B and D. So option 2 is correct. Option 2 is correct. Then match list 1 with list 2. List 1, individual characteristics of soil are, then class characteristics of soil are, then sand types are, pedology. So these all are related to the sand. Then coming to the list 2, tufa and ocean floor. These are sand types. Then study of a variety of soils and its distribution is definitely pedology. Then unusual components such as pollen, seeds, spores, fossils. These gives unique character to the soil, which means individual characters. Then coming to the 4th one, color, density, percentage of components. These all are basic characters of the soil. So these all are class characteristics. So yes, option 2 is correct. Option 2 is correct. Which of the following can be detected through radioimmunoassay? Usually we detect antigens with the radioimmunoassay. And also we can detect the toxicants, drugs with using radioimmunoassay. So B, C, D are correct. Option 4 is correct. Option 4 is Correct. Next, coming to the next question, 75. Presence of specular reflection by gel pen stroke, discontinuity of sheet of a laser printer, skipping off and a gap in gel pen stroke indicates. See, they mentioned the defects of printer and gel pen. So they are asking about which of the following are possible. Gel pen stroke is above and laser printer stroke is below with that defects. So A and D are correct. Option 3 is correct. Then 76. Wildlife Protection Act 1972 was amended in which year? It is in 2002. And Wildlife Protection Act, it was enacted in 1972 and again it was amended in 2002. Then match list 1 with list 2. List 1. Twist ballistic coefficient d cube, where d is diameter of barrel in inches. Drop at a given time t. So these all are related to the ballistics. Then coming to the list 2, 4.6578 by n, where n is the Bohr number. Bohr number. So it is d cube. These all are common formulas in ballistics. Then second one, 150 by length of bullet in calibers. In calibers means we measure twist in calibers. Next, 1 by 2 g t square, where g is the acceleration due to gravity and t is the time taken. So it is drop. Then sectional density by coefficient of reduction. It is ballistic coefficient. So here option 2 is correct. Option 2 is correct. Then coming to the 78. Arrange the following steps for scientific disposal of a criminal case. Testing procedures, recognition of evidence, courtroom presentation, collection of evidence. So first we do recognition of evidence, then we go for its collection, then we do testing procedures, and finally we present it in the courtroom. So it is B, D, A, C. B, D and A, C. So option 4 is correct. 79. Inks with a polyethylene glycol base began replacing the oil-based ink in ballpoint pens in the year. It is in the year 1952. Option 2 is correct. Then given below are two statements, statement 1 and 2. The weight of the hand, gradation of pressure and placing of emphasis radically changes the appearance of writing as a whole without changing the form. And what they are saying is, without changing our original handwriting, with just changing the weight of hand and pressure, we can the whole handwriting will change. But statement 2, these indicate these delicate characteristics almost baffle simulation, and if examined properly are always among the strongest evidence of genuineness. Actually both are correct. In first sentence, in first statement they are saying without changing handwriting, just changing the pressure and movement, we can change our handwriting. But according to statement 2, even though changing with the hand pressure and movement, there is some genuine characteristics of our handwriting. So we with keen observation, with keen examination, we can get genuineness of handwriting. So both statement 1 and 2 are correct. Option 1 is correct. 81. In which region of the spectrum do modern digital cameras have a Bayer filter in front of the image sensor to allow light? It is basic colors: red region, green region and blue region. Red, green and blue region. So A, C, D are correct. Option 3 is correct. Then 82. The bullets having less thickness of the jacket at the tip are dum-dum bullets. Option 1 is correct according to Key. Which of the following are the class characteristics of a fired bullet? Class characteristics of a fired bullet. See, diameter of the bullet, yes. Number and diameter of lands and grooves, yes. Then rifling marks on the bullet. See, rifling marks present on bullet only, but these are individual characteristics. These are not class characteristics. Then direction and degree of twist. These also class characteristics. Next, firing pin marks. These are observing on the cartridge cases, not fired bullet. So Here A, B and D are correct. Option 1 is correct. Next, match list 1 with list 2. Dog bite, cat bite, rodent bite, shark bite. Here well-defined margins corresponding to the rows of teeth in the dental arch. It is in case of shark bite. Then long grooves of width corresponding to the width of kissel-edged incisor teeth. It is in case of rodent bite. Then circular arch. It is in case of dog bite. Then smaller rounder arch with punctures. It is in case of cat bite. So here option 3 is correct. Option 3 is correct. Then 85. Toxicity by organophosphates involves the major inhibition of which one of the following? It includes acetylcholinesterase. 85. Option 4 is correct. Then identify the correct sequence in which techniques of DNA analysis have been developed. In this 4 DNA analysis have developed, but they are asking about the sequence. So first one is HLA-DQ. Then D1SAT, then STR, then mitochondrial DNA. So it is BA and CD. So option 3 is correct. Then coming to the 87, which of the following preservatives are used in photographic developing solution to prevent wasteful oxidation of developing agent? Here option 1 sodium sulfate and potassium metabisulfate. These two are correct. A and C are correct. So option 4 is correct. Who of the following is appointed as the chairperson of National Board for Wildlife? It is, of course, Prime Minister of India. So option 2 is correct. Then 89. The system for measurement of ion intensity in the GCMS system consists of which one of the following? It consists wide band amplifier. So option 3 is correct. Then 90. Given below are two statements. One is labeled as assertion and other is reason. Assertion. Water is a weak scatter and therefore an excellent solvent for Raman work. It is definitely correct. Then this has important consequences in studies of biochemicals and pharmaceuticals. This is also correct. So both A and R are correct, and R is the correct explanation of A. Option 1 is correct. And here I shared up to 90 questions, 51 to 90, total 40 questions, and remaining 10 questions having 2 comprehension passages, so that I added them in the next video. I hope these all are my explanations helping you. So if yes, please subscribe to Nobel Forensics.